Andrea, it's my pleasure meeting you.
It's my pleasure as well.
Yeah, finally.
Very nice to meet
I've
you.
heard a lot, but at the same time, I could never imagine that you've been engaged. Well, I can say to Georgia, so many years.
Yes, I would like to say that I'm half Georgian.
You are 12 years.
Yes, almost. Yes, actually more than 12 years now.
More than, yeah.
Yes, I think it was 2011 that we had our really first project in Georgia, in Tbilisi. It was the Ambassadori in Tbilisi. So actually,
Amazing one.
our
One of my
story-
favorites.
Yes. It was.
I will never cut this during this interview, but I'm honest.
Oh, thank you.
It's one of the most beautiful.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It was I tell you, a very incredible experience because first of all, it was our first project, real first project in Georgia. We didn't know anything about Georgia culture, Georgia, people. So the very beginning was difficult, as in like in every new country, you need to understand first people, culture, and then try to speak
Maybe
the
that's
work
why.
way.
Maybe that's why this is.
Probably
so
yes. And I tell you that at that time I was working also in Azerbaijan, for example.
Okay.
But then I quit Azerbaijan because, and I invest all in Georgia because I really like to work in Georgia for the kind of culture, kind of people, which one way is quite similar to Italian.
And Ambassadori Tbilisi is something which is, besides being landmark already.
Yes, actually, yes.
Yeah. It is creating some different situation within this area, district. I mean, it's developing around, as it usually happens in infrastructure and architecture.
It was a really experience, very challenging from one side, but on the other side, it gives us a lot in the meaning, in terms of understanding the people and also to our my personal work, because it was a really strict work together, of course, with the client, with Mr. Buba, and he's a kind of person that it gives you always new challenges, so it helps you to reach the top level. It's very challenging from one side, but on the other side you can do a very nice job because you are always stimulated.
But at the same time, these are those who have vision.
Absolutely. That's
why they can create landmarks.
Exactly.
Let me say so.
I always say that a nice project itself, in the whole meaning, comes from a good collaboration from a good architect and a good client. If you miss one of those, it's a problem.
Andrea, tell me about your portfolio. I mean, in general, I know it's not so easy to talk about your project, but I think we have a lot to talk.
Yes, I mean, our main studio is based near Milan, in Brescia. Okay. I opened this office with my partner, architect Vismara Marco, in the 2007. And then we grew up a lot. Our first project was in 2010 in Moscow, was a big fitness center at the time. And then from there we started to work also not only in Italy, but also out of Italy, of course, creating new connection. Now the structure is consolidated with the main studio in Brescia. Then we have this huge cooperation in Georgia of many projects. And then we have an office, based office, operative office in Cyprus, where my partner lives there. And he follows all the market of the project in Cyprus. And then I personally follow also some project in island of Crete, in Dubai, so in all Emirates. So all this area is, say, our main project, and of course Italy, because it's our country, and every different reality is different, and it gives us the opportunity to learn a lot, because every project in different areas means a different organization, different approach. But always we try to be always in the same professional way, not to deliver to our client just papers or nice project, but also to be able to have a service in a structure to deliver the project up to the end, the construction. So this is for us is a very important aspect.
My father used to be landscape architect.
Oh, very interesting.
It's very interesting. But what I remember from his conversations with me in this regards is that whenever you go, I mean architect, whenever, it's something that this country is delivering some special stimulus, tastes, absolutely different visions. I've never followed my father's background or profession, but at the same time, while I remembered this conversation, Andrea, can you tell me what Giorgi has created personally for you 11, 12 years ago, and nowadays you are working on another, personal for me, landmark project of this country already. Whenever I say that Ambassadori Tbilisi is something favorable for Tbilisi, for the district, for the area, fashion, modern, and the old style all together, now it's something else. What has created Georgia personally for you? Your relations with this group and with the others, 12 or more than 12 years, it's a huge period already.
It's a huge period, and generally I want to tell you one thing that I really believe in these last years, but mainly in the last years, which we work in different countries, but we believe, and I believe that each country is different from the others, of course, and I don't see anymore the idea of total globalization as a feeling that can be applied everywhere. We need to, and if you see in the story of these days, that globalization is a little bit collapsing, you know, but I believe it's a good thing from one side, because we can keep the good idea of globalization, but on the other hand, we need to protect each particularity of each country.
Some origins.
Origins, exactly. And to merge this aspect in a good way, not just go black or white, you know. Speaking about this project in Georgia, I tell you that this project is such a huge scale project that gives us the opportunity to work to create not just a nice project, but to create a sort of new way of living in a community different from what we see now in Batumi, for example. So to create also building architecture, of course, but also services, way of living to the future customers. And so becomes a landmark, but on the other side, we need to take what is typical of Georgian living and put also there in this very challenging project. Working in very close to Georgian people since so many years give us the possibility to understand very well. Of course, we are not totally 100% Georgian, of course, but we want to put anyway
we're quite
our
similar
experience
to each other,
yes,
Italians
absolutely.
and Georgians, you know.
That's why we like to work very well with Georgian people, and in particular with the Ambassadori group, because we know each other's, like, you know, brothers and sisters from
the very beginning.
Yes, so we are quite similar as Italian and Georgian. Our approach to life is to work professionally, but on the other hand, we don't want to forget, you know, the good way of living. You know, a good glass of wine, good food, spend the time together around the table and discussing. So this aspect, which sometimes for us are quite normal for granted, but it's not always like this. And these aspects are common from Italy and Georgia.
Andrea, so nobody else but you can deliver and tell me and share it with our viewers and followers about the spirit and about the DNA of the future landmark of Georgia, about another project coming from Ambassadori Group, Batumi Island. Tell me how it was created and what the creators and the authors put there as a part of its DNA. And so,
but I tell you that really when I got in touch of this incredible project, I was really from one side surprised, because it's such a visionary project, because it's not so easy to imagine something similar, you know, generally everywhere, but also in Batumi, you know. So this is part of what I was saying before, that we are already pushed our limits over and over, you know. So this project is absolutely like this. And I tell you that honestly, that at the very beginning, I was thinking it was a joke. Okay, somehow, you know.
You could never believe that something like this can happen in Batumi.
Exactly, at the very beginning. But then of course I understood that it was reality, and now we are on the process, and we are so really happy that we can collaborate in building this incredible project, and because I think that we can really give together in this project with Ambassadori something different in the Batumi market, because Batumi is growing so fast.
Indeed.
And probably too fast from one aspect, because all the city is not growing the same services to the people. Everything is not growing the same speed of investments.
Like development, it's
and
not
this
the same
you feel
services.
this
Yeah.
is a problematic. Yes, building this entire new community gives the opportunity to balance this aspect. So it's just not only building residential apartments, villa, but all the services to the human being.
Infrastructure.
And so it gives the possibility to recreate a new balance inside Batumi. And maybe this can be something that will change also the development of the other part of Batumi, because I think that people nowadays needs quality of living. Can be a different scale, depends from the targets of the client, but generally quality of living is so important.
Don't you agree that such projects are pushing or boosting the way of the living quality, as you have mentioned, to a higher level?
Absolutely, yes. I would
It's
say
a
that
booster. It's a booster of
setting
something.
new levels.
Absolutely.
And this is absolutely a big opportunity for this project, absolutely. And probably it will gives also new trends of developers in Batumi. This I'm pretty sure, absolutely.
Andrea, when country has project implemented like Batumi Island is, what does it mean? How this country looks like? Sometimes when I was following how, all the permission things, project itself, how Gocha and his team were following all the details, I was always thinking that this project might change attitude to the entire country itself, and investment climate. Don't you agree with it?
I agree in the terms that being such a very visionary and complicated project at the same time means that in any case you have to build up a big group of collaboration and different mentality to collaborate in this project. You cannot do such a project by yourself and that's it. So it means that a lot of collaboration, a lot of ideas, a lot of mentality has to merge and create something positive. And this is something that breaks the easiest way of investment. Say I have some money, I invest in a classic way because I want just to make money and finish. That's it. So breaks this sort of way of
here is
habits,
a different story.
Habits, So this is a completely different story. And I think for an architect, this is it's very important because architects are a technical professional, but first of all are creative person, and architect needs this kind of human being aspect in the in the work we do.
Ambassadori Island Batumi, Ambassadori Island Georgia. While we are talking about some future landmark of this country, give me some similarities from your portfolio, from others' portfolio. What are projects worldwide similar to this project you are implementing here with Ambassadori Group?
I tell you that we have two different experience. The first experience is very easy but it's very important also because we are doing just two apartments inside the Palm of Dubai, and this gives us an idea of the vision of sort of similarity of the project compared to the island. But the other project, which is different, but in a big scale like this one, is a huge development we are following in the island of Crete. It's a hill that overlooking the beautiful Mediterranean Sea, and we are collaborating this big group of people, and architects, professional, to follow this big investment. It's an investment of $600 billion, huge. And there will be villas, outlets for retail, hotels, marina. So it's very complicated, new roads. So it's the same idea to create a new community.
It's also covered by a company?
Yes, we are doing part of this job in Isle of Crete. And this is an experience very important for us to bring to collaborate a good approach in a project like Ambassadori Island, because in this way you need to have a very professional but pragmatic way of working, solving problems, and try to push all the people in the same vision, because sometimes in such a big project it can happen that something go wrong. So, no, it's normal.
Always happens.
So this is important approach that we want to bring in the project.
So it's happening, yeah?
Yes, it's happening, and we are really...
It's exciting. It's something makes really exciting.
All our architects of my studio are really excited of this because when you work in such a big project, you start as a person, and when you will end up, you will be another person, because in between the sort of experience, relationship, and everything that change how the kind of person you are. That's why it's important to work with people you like, because that's very important.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andrea, and good luck. Good luck to you, and good luck to
we will put all our passion.
I'm more than sure in this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.